Good morning, Cedar Park High School. It's Monday, November 30th, and it's a B-Day. I'm Ellen Neal.
And I'm Abby Martinez.
On today's show, Ileana Tangarova catches us up on the current state of the U.S. Supreme Court and what you need to know about it, how Vandergrift High School canceled in-person learning due to COVID, a feature over the student-led Genetics and Neuroscience Club.
The top 3 things you need to know for today, a sports report, a new edition of Austin Eats, and your scholarship of the week.
Turn it up because the Wolfcast starts now. The Supreme Court plays a prominent role in making laws and approving final decisions for justice and liberty.
Amy Coney Barrett's nomination to the Supreme Court has brought up many concerns. CBHS News reporter Ileana Tangarova has more on this. Ileana?
Thanks, guys. The Supreme Court made history by leaning 6-3 conservative. The concerns over court packing, how valid the nominations are, and how they'll function in the future have all impacted the people of the nation. Here's more on that news. The SCOTUS, or Supreme Court of the United States, is a system that creates laws. Without it, the United States would be a different country in today's climate. The SCOTUS is the highest court in the United States and holds an ultimate jurisdiction over all federal and state court cases. There are 9 judges in total by law, in which they serve for their whole lives. A slight lean to one political direction can have a big impact on the decisions being made. CBHS's AP government teacher Jennifer Fortenberry explains the severity of having close margins within the court's decisions.
The Supreme Court has leaned a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right at different points in history, and that can have major implications. There are some issues in particular, I guess, that have been decided in recent years that have been decided by close margins.
Those close margins have been teetering on the edge of 5-4 for years now, and this new 6-3 majority has broken that pattern. A common concern people have are the implications of court packing and understanding what it actually is.
Typically, court packing would be where Congress would to add additional seats to the court in a situation where they had a president from their party that would then be able to fill those empty spots, create more seats on the court, and then have those seats immediately filled by the selections of the new president.
Court packing has been a concern over the past 4 years of President Trump's term and still continues to be an upcoming concern for President-elect Biden. Meanwhile, the nomination process of the Supreme Court is a tedious process which qualifies for many steps.
Supreme Court, in order to get a job, become a justice on the U.S. Supreme Court, then you would need to be nominated by the President of the United States and confirmed by the Senate. If there is a vacancy that becomes available in the court, if somebody retires or if somebody passes away, then whoever is the president at that time has the ability to officially name or nominate someone.
Overall, the Supreme Court is a genius system that has helped American government and society evolve and become what it is today.
Thanks, Ileana.
For the latest on Supreme Court cases and decisions, check out SCOTUS blog on Twitter.
Vandergrift High School in-person learning has been canceled, at least until December 7th. All students will be virtual learners after a high number of students and staff members had to be quarantined. In Texas, 12,390 people have had the coronavirus in the past day. There have been 151,543 cases in the past 14 days. From those cases, 1,671 belong to Williamson County. Another COVID spike is expected in the following week due to Thanksgiving celebrations. Still no word from Leander ISD if other schools will also be going to all virtual.
The Genetics and Neuroscience Club is looking for new members this school year. Every club meeting, GNN officers go over a topic related to neuroscience and genetics. Some of the topics so far have been how the brain evaluates facial attractiveness, the neuroscience behind pain and touch, and the origin of coronavirus. Not only is GNN a student-led club, but it is also a student-centered one. At the end of every meeting, the club usually has an interactive game over the topic they went over. Senior Bennett Solishi, the president of the club, says they want students' input on what the club should focus on.
We try to make sure that the members are interested in what we're presenting to them. And so we even send out surveys to see, we want members to have a say in what we teach them, just to keep them, spark that interest in neuroscience and genetics.
If you're interested in the Genetics and Neuroscience Club, the meeting dates are every other Fridays in Mr. Babbage's Zoom den. Email Mr. Babbage to get the Zoom link.
Coming up next, we have the top 3 things you need to know with Madeline Roberts.
But first, a quick break.
Smoky Moe's Barbecue, the best barbecue that money can buy, proudly supporting Cedar Park High School. Smoky Moe's Barbecue, the best barbecue that money can buy, proudly supporting Cedar Park High School.
Hi, I'm reporter Madeline Roberts with CPHS News, and here are your top 3 things that you need to know for today. First, with COVID cases rising and schools such as Leander's own Vandergrift High School pressing pause on in-person learning this week, it's concerning to see that some parts of Texas are not sticking to the new status quo. Superintendent Lance Johnson of Peaster Independent School District outside of Fort Worth has stated that masks are optional in the district's school buildings, even after Governor Greg Abbott mandated a statewide mask order back in July. Next, the Cedar Park Police Department is conducting an investigation after United States Postal Service worker was robbed on Saturday morning. A $50,000 reward being granted to anyone with information about the suspected 2 or more people involved in the robbery, while police in the United States Postal Inspection Service are continuing their investigation. Lastly, President-elect Joe Biden has announced that he will have an all-female senior communications team when he takes office. These positions include the White House Communications Director, Press Secretary, and the Director of Office of Management and Budget. Biden, sticking to his campaign promise, is bringing more diversity to the roles within his administration. And that's all I have for you today. With CPHS News, I'm Madeline Roberts. Have a phenomenal Monday, Cedar Park.
Thanks, Madeline.
Now we throw it over to Luke Johnson and Katie Whitmarsh for your sports report.
Hello, Cedar Park, and welcome back to the Wolfcast Sports Report. I'm Luke Johnson.
And I'm Katie Whitmarsh.
Our various sports teams had no days off this week. Starting with boys basketball, the team had 2 games against Round Rock Westwood.
That's right, Luke. On Tuesday, Cedar Park lost 51-48, only losing by 3 points in a true nail-biter.
The team followed up on Saturday with a hard loss with a final score of 57-40.
They will hope to grab their first W of the season at McNeil tomorrow, starting at 8. Good luck, boys.
Switching to the ladies' side of things, the women's basketball team won against College Station on Tuesday and proved their will once again this season.
Absolutely. The game's final score was 58-44, and this is their 5th win of their 5-1 record for the season so far.
Their next game will be at the 0-3 University High School Trojans on Tuesday, starting at 6:30. Wish those players good luck. They've been killing it.
Throwing it over to our football team, their Thanksgiving Eve game far from irregular games in size.
Much like our last game against Leander, we saw the Timberwolves winning with a score over 60, ultimately finishing the night off 67-14.
Ryder Hernandez put up a whopping 359 passing yards and had influence on all of our touchdowns produced.
Exactly, and I personally love the 2-point conversion attempts that have seemed to be a trend throughout the season and getting those extra points up on the board early.
Me too. Their next game will be Friday against Manor at Gupton starting at 11 a.m., but it's scheduled to change, so rest up players and good luck.
Well, that's all we have for you today. With CPHS News, I'm Luke Johnson.
And I'm Katie Whitmarsh.
Thanks, Luke and Katie. Up next is a new edition of Austin Eats.
But first, this break.
We are not just here to share announcements. We are here to tell stories. Your stories. Students depend on us, and what they need from us is to be hyped, to be ready, to be informed, to be successful, to be Timberwolves. We are real news. We are sideline reporters, moment capturers, question askers, life sharers, cheers spreaders, and voice givers. And above all, we are students just like you, here to help you. We are journalism, newspaper, yearbook, and broadcast. We are CPHS News.
So today I'm back for another episode of Austin Eats, and today I'm going to try tacos. So I'm going to go to two taco places. I'm going to Buenos Sabores and then Torchy's Tacos. So I'm just gonna get some tacos from both the places and just let you know how everything is, and then I'll also tell you a little more about each of the places.
Big brown eyes seem the type I would wanna make mine.
Okay, so from Buenos Sabores, I got the carnitas taco. There's a lot of other stuff in here. So I got the Mexican cream, the salad mix, the guacamole, and cilantro, and then obviously the carnitas. So it's really good. It all blends together like really nicely, and like the cream has like a nice flavor and like adds a nice touch to it. And like the salad makes it crunchy. Then it's like a carnita pork little mix thing. And this place actually has like lots of different types of meats, and when you go you can actually sample everything. There's also a lot of like vegan and vegetarian options. There's bowls, there's queso tacos, which is where it's a taco and then it has like cheese on the outside. So yeah, I definitely recommend. There's also lots of like different desserts, ice cream, sides. So it's a really cool truck, and I think I definitely rate it like a solid like 9.5 out of 10. So I'm going to have the Torchy's Tacos, and let's all know how that is. Okay, so I'm at Torchy's now. We're actually right across the street from Buenos Sabores. And I just got a fajita taco, so I'm just gonna let you know how that compares and let me know how I feel about it.
I don't know what that is.
So here I have my Torchy's. So I just got a fajita taco. So again, Torchy's has many options. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this side. Okay, first off the bat, it's very greasy. So I just had a bite of the Torchy's one. So what I liked about the other place better was that their tortilla was more cooked. Like, it's very flavorful. It's very greasy. That is like it's like dripping, so it's kind of hard to like eat it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give this one an 8 out of 10. It's not bad. It's pretty good. It's pretty flavorful. This one was like a little more greasy, and the other one felt more like homemade. This one tastes more like authentic. I have to choose between the two. I definitely say Buenos Sabores, but they're both very good. So that's it for this episode of Austin Eats. I hope you enjoyed it and you go and get some really good tacos.
If you're a senior looking for financial aid for college, reporter Jack Polishuk has got you covered with our Scholarship of the Week.
Thanks, y'all. Are you an athlete currently playing basketball? Then the Augustana College Athletic Grant might be for you. Students must be in basketball and have at least a 3.0 GPA grade average. Essay prompts may vary, and there are different financial options depending on the student. For more information, visit augustana.edu/admissions/scholarships.
Thank you, Jack.
That's all you have for you today. Remember, you can catch anything you missed on the Wolfcast on our YouTube channel. Just search CPHS News.
Tune in on Wednesday for a show over misinformation and fake news, details on Anime Club this year, the current situation regarding midterms, and a new edition of the Pack Chat. With CBHS News, I'm Abby Martinez.
And I'm Ella Neal. Remember to make it a great day or not, the choice is yours.